Hi, I'm Sifu Bob, and this is Reflex Flow Training. This is a little technique to get into an arm bar or a hammerlock, even behind the person's back. So what's going to happen here is the person's going to throw their punch. Let's say it's a left punch this time, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle that hand down, right? And as I do, I'm going to come in and shoot immediately to his gut. I'm going to step in a little bit, elbow. Then this hand's going to sweep under in between his body and his arm. And this hand's going to grab the back of his arm, and I'm going to pull at the elbow, right behind the elbow. So this hand comes underneath, and I'm going to sweep it around. Right now, I'm going to knee. I'm going to step in. Both hands are going to go around his neck. See how my hand is like this, and I'm going to come underneath his Adam's apple, put his head right up against my chest, and then squeeze up and choke. Then from here, I'm simply going to take my hand, put it on top of his head, put this underneath his right arm here, and I'm going to step back and push his head down as I pull up his arm, and that's going to throw him into the void down to the ground. I can keep control of that arm. I can lock it up. I can hold it in hammer fist. I can stomp and kick. There's all sorts of things. I got control there. So again, what this is, right, is he comes in with his punch. I'm going to parry it this way. I'm going to parry it and down and hit to his belly. Right, that elbow this way, up to his face, hook underneath his arm, in between his arm and his body. Shoot my hand in here. This goes on top of the arm and to the outside and grabs at the elbow. I pull that arm as this hand comes up and I spin. Right, now I bring my hand to the back of his head. Knee him, grab around his neck, choke. If I want to throw him at this point, I just bring my hand on top. This hand comes underneath the arm, step back with the left, and it's a Putapalo throw, and I throw him down into the void. And he should end up on the ground facing the other direction. Right? So it's boom, 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 choke, throw. And that's how the technique works. Another way you can get that arm bar, and I'll tell you right now, I stole this from another YouTube site. So if you go to my channel, it's a Cali site that I subscribe to, is one of the channels I subscribe to. But he calls it a salute. It's a really good technique though, so I'm going to show it to you anyway. So he punches, and I'm simply going to, they call this a salute. I call this an elbow cover in all my videos. But I'm going to circle his hand down right as this comes up, and I'm going to come up underneath his arm here, pushing his elbow up as this pushes his right hand down, and then this hand's just going to come up behind and underneath, and I'm going to grab this way. Then I can grab it again, and then I can do the same thing. Grab in, choke, right, push on his head and down. Now obviously I can just choke him here. If this was a mugging where there was two people, and all of a sudden his buddy were to pull a knife or something coming at me, and I know that my life's in danger, and I'm saying this in all sincerity because it's a very dangerous technique. Instead of just choking here, and this is a bad choke anyway, if it's on the Adam's apple, you can turn their head slightly so it's cranked like that, and you could possibly break the neck. But I mean, don't play around with that. I mean, just know it's there in a life-threatening situation. You don't want to play with that. It's very dangerous. Okay, so again, I can come here and up, right? Here and up. And that brings me to this side. This hand shoots underneath. And I use how do I bring his head down and stuff? I use the force, I use my weight to swing that leg around. Elbow, knee him, come underneath, choke. Right? If I want to throw, his hand comes to the top and push underneath, turn the ball over. A little taiji there, right? Turn the ball over, ward off, right? Okay, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Practice safely, but hard.